All right. Hey, you all. So, Susie here. Holy shit. My son and I. Well, first of all, this video is about when you're trying to save money, but you're doing it in a fucking way that doesn't bring joy, doesn't please you, doesn't align with your desires, has nothing to do with who you are, and really you're just fit yourself in a freaking box that you don't have to be in, right? Because we all have choices. So anyway, I am Suzie Wheeler. I am a transformational coach for women. I help them create their space, their inner peace and their inner atmosphere on the inside so that everything that they want can show up in their external reality. And so my house gets rented as an Airbnb, and my parents were here this weekend. And so my parents, like, they're not, they've actually created some wealth for themselves, but they're just not into like luxury for luxury's sake. Like, they're never going to go somewhere and like stay at like a swanky hotel. Like, they're not going to stay at the W. They're not going to stay at 21C, the Artist Hotel. They're not going to stay at, they're just not. So they came into town, and my house was rented as an Airbnb because normally they stay with me, but I'm kind of bopping around town. And so they get a room at an Econo Lodge. This shit is $46 a night, y'all, and it is shit. I mean, you got to see this place. And it's really kind of fun, actually, because my son and I were talking about that it reminds us of when we used to go to our family reunion, and there's Jackson, in Whitesburg, Kentucky, which is where my parents are from. So anyway, so tonight we're sitting here, and yeah, sure, I may have gotten 3 nights and it was only like $151, but Jackson and I, the fucking air conditioning totally stopped working. Jackson and here are like sweating our asses off. We're uncomfortable. It's just kind of like, ooh, it's one of those places. And yeah, I don't care to come across like, I don't know, like a privileged, bougie, middle-aged white woman, because my identity is like, I travel nice. I make good money. I'm financially savvy. I make choices based on desire, not on, hoarding money and penny pinching and all that. So I'm sitting here tonight and just thinking, like, what the hell's going on? So I labored over it for hours and hours. And the reason that this is important is because when you are manifesting, it's like, it's not just the fact that do you want something and do you desire a certain way of living. What it is who are you at the identity level? Not like what behaviors do you have, not what skills do you have. It's who are you at the identity level. And it's been a long ass time at the identity level. Now, at one point I was at the identity level of, I can't have shit that I want unless somebody gives it to me. And now I am way past staying out at a fringe hotel out by the interstate. There's the Spearmint Rhino. It's right next door. It's like fucking, it's kind of creepy out here. So tomorrow morning, my son and I are going to a really cool Airbnb downtown, and then we got some other places we're going to go that all the stays are really nice from now on. And so the thing about it is, I'm about discipline and putting off short-term pleasure for long-term gain. Always. And that was something I had to mature into. However, suffering and hoarding when you don't have to, because you don't trust yourself to make the things happen and to have the habits and to have the behaviors that you need to have to make the things, to grow your business, to have good relationships, to fall in love, to lose weight, to do whatever you're trying to do, to, I don't know, organize your house, raise your children. If you don't trust yourself to do that, then no amount of saving and hoarding and, you know, cutting corners will really ever do it. You know, you have to change at the identity level. It's one of the foundational teachings of NLP, neuro linguistic programming, and it's called the logical model. I teach it in the Love School, and I also am going to teach it in my program called the Self-Trust Academy. And if you watch this video, you need to subscribe and go ahead and click my Facebook group link or follow me on Instagram, because then what you can do is go to my bio, click the link to grab my free boundaries course, because it's a foundational way of being. It's a foundational way of creating an identity. Because if you don't have good boundaries, you know, you really kind of have shitty relationships, and it makes you just not very trustworthy. So if you do that, then you will hear all about the Self-Trust Academy, because then if you can trust yourself to create the things that you want to create in your love life, in your business, in your body, all that stuff, you're not going to find yourself at the fucking Econo Lodge out 8th and Spoonsboro Road. All right. Make sure to subscribe, share this video with anybody that you think who would love to hear this information. See ya.